Let's go to George.
Hello.
Hi, George. Yes. What's in your mind?
Hi. Yeah, I'm a Manchester United fan, and I was like, today I think Ferguson's got his tactics really wrong. I just couldn't believe he left out Giggs with the international clearance week. Giggs at the moment has been an absolute revelation, and games like tonight we should have took the advantage. I think ultimately we're still going to win the league, but what I look at is coming off the bench, there's no one he really could have brought on tonight that I think would have added much to it.
I thought Anderson brought a little bit more spark.
Yeah. The thing is, if you look what we paid for Anderson and Nani, it's quite a lot of money compared to some of the other clubs that have bought players for around that range. Mm-hmm. I possibly think Ferguson could have done better with the money. According to the rumours, he knew Ronaldo was going like a year ago, and yet he didn't have anybody lined up at all. Mm-hmm. That stuff like that has really frustrated me so far this season.
George, let me tell you something. I think everybody with any wit knew that Ronaldo was going a year ago. It was just there was a lot of tosh being spoken about, how he was dedicated to Old Trafford and all that. I mean, the deal, I'm sure, was done a year ago. So, I would have thought, I was surprised that Fergie didn't have something in place. But perhaps he's got more faith in Nani than I have. And maybe he thinks Valencia will come through. Are you convinced about either of them?
What I would say for Valencia, he can cross the ball. He's not very, stand-out pace. He can occasionally get past people, but it's the same as Nani. Nani, in most of the games I watch, half the time, he's not even doing anything. He's just around. He'll have the odd moment where he scores a long-range goal. He can't actually, for example, take corners or do anything. That's what I've noticed is, at the moment, is up front, besides Rooney, I know Berbatov's just started firing. I was a bit concerned where the goals are actually going to come from, because we haven't actually got a goal scorer at the moment in our team.
Well, I thought it was a brilliant goal by Berbatov. Really
yeah,
goal.
It was good, but for that kind of money, I'm not being rude. If you look at other players in that cost of money, like Torres, cost even less than Berbatov, and he's scoring week in, week out.
Yeah, but George Berbatov doesn't decide the fee. It's a club that decides how much a player is worth. Berbatov is probably embarrassed, at having that sort of round his neck. It's like a millstone.
I guess so, though, but I just think sometimes I expect more from him. It's starting to look better now, but compared to what we had last year in terms of the firing power, even bringing people off like Makeda off the bench. Like tonight, he could have brought Makeda off. He didn't even name him. I don't think he was even on the bench.
No, he wasn't on the bench. He wasn't on the bench tonight.
I'm quite happy about the future players that are coming in, particularly in January. This guy from Mulder, the youth, the striker, he looks quite promising.
Yep.
But I would have liked to have someone before the window closed, to be honest.
Well, I suspect that Fergie, it's unusual for him to do this, but I think he might bring somebody in January. But we'll see. George, thanks very much for your call.